What is up, guys? I'm just chilling out before work, chilling in the car. Camera angle is going to be a little crooked because you're sitting on my steering wheel right now. How's everyone doing? Just kind of letting you guys know what's going on with the channel, dude. So I put out 2 podcast episodes. Like this was a couple months back and I haven't put anything out. And I want to tell you why. It's not that I've been lazy. Here's the deal. We got a new computer. All of my backlog of I think I was up to 300 something episodes on Conspiracy Corner podcast. Plus, if you've been a fan of the channel, you know that the channel basically started out was just me doing book reviews on conspiracy books, talking about conspiracies, doing shorter videos and shit, ghost hunting, paranormal investigation, making occult items, shit like that. All of that is on my old computer. The old computer has something wrong with it. My wife could explain it better because she's kind of my tech person. I am not tech savvy at all. All I know how to do is basically push record, and I do all the mouth work, So I've noticed, dude, they have been watching me. YouTube is watching me. They do not like my shit. I have said way too much on my channel. So I got a strike of, this is how ridiculous it's getting. I got a strike on a podcast episode of me, and I'm pretty sure I know what it is. It was a true story about a girl named Alice. And she fell in love with a boy. She lived in this what do they call it? It's like a mansion. I think it was deep in the South or whatever. Annabella, I forget what they call it. Lady Antebellum. Ain't that a mansion or something? An antebellum? I could be mixing my words up and shit, but basically she had committed suicide, and they gave me a strike because I told a true historical story about a girl committing suicide, and supposedly she haunts the graveyard on the property. So I mean, they're striking me for anything, dude. Also, what has happened recently with the channel is Anchor got bought by Spotify. So I no longer have a sponsor, which I mean, I put out 300 episodes and I only got paid $30 anyways. So that's aggravating. There's no way that I'm going to get monetization on YouTube. But the reason I'm scared to post anything is because YouTube can shut down my channel. And unless I pay for YouTube Red, which I might have to do to download all of everything that I want onto this new computer, I don't want YouTube to wipe me off of the face of the earth and then I lose all my podcast episodes. You see what I'm saying? So until I get this new computer fixed, or the old computer fixed, and be able to transfer all my shit onto the new computer, I really don't want to post anything because I'm scared I'm going to lose all of 6 years or 7 years worth of work. Which, I mean, it would still be out there on Spotify, but it's making me want to tear my hair out over here because I want to do podcast. I want to get back into podcasting. I think it's very therapeutic for me, but they got me by the balls, essentially, until I get the old computer fixed. But I would like to, because I mean, I have a bunch of shit planned. Like, my little brother does rap music and shit, and me and him used to hang out and do like we'd sit for hours and talk conspiracy and shit. So I mean, it's just it's aggravating, because this is like my dream job. This is what I want to do for a living, is podcasting. And I keep getting like opportunities and shit. Like, the other day, I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to get with this dude to be a co-host on his podcast. It was a political podcast. It was going to be called Tard. And he's like a conservative Christian, and I'm a old school liberal who's an occultist. So I thought, like, honestly, that would be an awesome mix, kind of a yin and a yang, you know? It would be good banter, political banter, and good debates and shit. Another thing too, like, my wife has broke it to me recently that she doesn't want to co-host on podcasts anymore. So I'm like, great. You know, I can do podcasts by myself on certain stuff, but it's better if you have a co-host and you're talking to someone. You can kind of bounce off of each other and talk about shit. She don't want to do podcasts anymore. So, I don't know. We had an argument about it last night. You know, I was like, whatever, dude. Like, but I'm not going to force her to do something that she doesn't want to do, you know? So now I'm kind of looking for a co-host. I thought about my little brother, like maybe once a week, meeting up with him and doing a podcast together once a week or something. Because for some reason, people like that there's like scheduled, there's some form of structure, like scheduling and shit, like, oh, once a week I can rely on a podcast coming out from said channel that I like. And I mean, I get it, but to me, in a way, I kind of feel like it's almost limiting the podcast, you know? Like, I was at one point, when I was like grinding out podcast and shit, I was putting an episode out almost every day, if not every other day, you know? And I had a coworker, a friend, like, how do you put out a podcast episode every day? Like, you know, like, how do you find something to talk about every day? I'm like, have you not looked at the world around you? Like, we are in clown world, dude. Like, there's always something to talk about, dude. But, one of the episodes that I want to do is, me and my wife actually got put onto a documentary. And I want to get into, I don't want to say too much, but that's what happened. So I was going to do a whole episode on that, of me and my wife kind of podcasting, and we'll show the documentary, and because I haven't seen it yet. I talked to this person who was like, hey, can I use a certain video that you had made? Like, and this is something I made like years ago, but it was a conspiracy video on the Wizard of Oz. It was either Mandela effects or the Munchkin suicide scene or something weird. Some old school conspiracy that I grew up on, being a 90s kid. And I didn't know that it was like a legit, like, documentary. Like, it's kind of a big deal for me, dude. It was like something like Hollywood produced. I thought it was just a content creator, like, hey, can I use your video? And I was like, I said yes, obviously. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. The only thing that I have to say, this is my only thing, and I hope that the documentary at least put me in the credits or something, is, and this goes for you all too, like, you are welcome to use any of my content as far as like videos or podcast clips or whatever, you are welcome to use it as long as you are giving me some sort of like shout out or some sort of credit. You can use it for TikToks, whatever, I don't care. You can use my content just as long as you're giving me credit, dude. Because I can't stand that, man, when I don't get credit, because it's like I have beef with a couple other YouTubers, and I don't want to say who because I don't want to start drama, you know, but I have beef with a couple YouTubers because they've stolen my ideas, completely ripped me off, and like never given me a shout out, never given me credit. And some of these YouTubers are like big fucking YouTubers who, like, if they would have gave me a shout out, I could have went from like 300 subscribers to like 5,000 subs or something, and I could have been monetized. Like, it's kind of a dick move, dude. Like, give credit where credit is due, man. I mean, and you guys know me, like on my channel, dude, I've shouted out so many fucking content creators. Anytime I get news about something that's going on, I always give credit of like, hey, I heard this from such and such creator. Go check out their channel. You know, I'm going to report on the same shit that I heard from someone else. And I always give credit. I don't just rip people off and like not give them credit and shit. You know, once in a blue moon, I'll forget the content creator's name or something. But most of the time, like 90% of the time, I'm shouting out other people whenever I'm learning something new for the first time from their lips. Sorry about that rant, but it's just aggravating, man. Well, maybe one day I'll come out and just pop, you know, shots fired and just say who exactly pissed me off. It's two content creators in general who have ripped off my shit and not given me a shout out. Maybe one day I'll do it. I just haven't grown the balls yet for it. But anyways, I'm looking to get on Rumble, man. I'm gonna have to get on Rumble. And once I get all this shit figured out with the old computer and the new computer, I can start podcasting like every day again. When YouTube doesn't have me by the balls. And I want to get on Rumble too because I can get a chance of monetization. They're starting to monetize content creators and shit, which is awesome. I would like to get paid for what I'm doing. And if I do get paid for what I'm doing, I can start helping people out and shit, you know, like spending my money wisely, you know. I would like to, honestly, that's my dream job, and it's not out of greed. I would like to make a living off of YouTubing, you know, or not YouTubing, podcasting. Like that to me would be awesome. That's my dream. And I tell people too, like, if I became wealthy off of this, I would help other people, you know, because I believe in laws of abundance, and it's not out of greed, you know. Like I always say, like, dude, if I won the lotto, most people, when they say I want to win the lotto, they go, oh, I could buy a mansion, I could buy cars, I could, you know, they're already thinking about how they could spend their money on stupid shit. Me, and I'm not trying to pat myself on the back or anything, but I always wanted to win the lotto because I'm like, man, I could help out a lot of people. I could help out my little brother, buy him a house, buy him a car that's not breaking down every day. Right now, he's driving, you know, my mom's car because his car's super old and shit. You know, I would like to be able to take care of my mother-in-law, you know, but I can't do it working at fucking Kroger. It's not selfish reasons why I want to become wealthy, dude. But that's what's going on with the channel. I just needed to get it off my chest and let you guys know what's going on. I just don't want to lose all my content that I created for 7 years. But I might just get back into podcasting anyways and just be super careful until I can get on Rumble. But there will come a day when I have to get off YouTube completely, dude. I can't keep coming back here. And I've already ranted about you guys as consumers of podcasts and videos and shit. You guys have got to get off YouTube and switch over to like Rumble or BitChute or something, Spotify, something. You can't, because I see it in comment sections and it drives me fucking nuts of people being like, oh, I haven't been able to listen to you because you keep getting strikes, or, talking to content creators, and the content creators are like, I don't know what to do. I can't say nothing. I can't do nothing. Well, get off YouTube. Get off of YouTube, dude. I know as a consumer, people are so comfortable with YouTube, but I can't believe that people are still using YouTube to try to get the truth. You're not going to find the fucking truth here, dude. And if you do, it ain't going to be for long, because they're just going to delete channels and give people strikes. And then when you're on YouTube, you have to fucking self-censor everything. I told you about, literally at the beginning of this video, that I got a strike because I said suicide. I'll probably get a strike for this video because I said suicide. That's how stupid it's getting, dude. I got a strike on a paranormal podcast episode. That is dumb. That is fucking dumb, dude. They are censoring everything. But you guys are gonna have to get off YouTube. And I'm gonna have to leave YouTube one day and get on Rumble. I'm gonna get on Rumble. That's where I'm gonna go. There will come a day when I've had enough, and I'm gonna put out a video and say, I can't be on here anymore. I'm not allowed to sit at the cool kid table. So, love y'all. Y'all have a good day.